Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Kelly Brewer Show, on with another fantabulous episode. Today we have Miss Tina Green. Thank you for coming.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I'm going to read a little bit about Miss Tina. Tina is a computer nerd that loves to sing, and I've seen you sing like a little bird.
I try.
Crossroad pulls you up there on a regular basis. They must like you too. Her music career is late blooming, but in God's time. See, I can see the light in your eyes. Help me shine. Don't be afraid to lean into it when you feel it.
All right.
Just like you're on stage. So Miss Tina, ask everybody the same question. What would you tell your 18-year-old self? And would your 18-year-old self even listen? Or what was a paradigm shift, something you learned through either a trauma or a praise event, that brought you to where you are now, brought you to this point in your life where you're thinking, you're considering and pursuing a music career?
So my 18-year-old self would absolutely not listen. However, I think probably the advice that I would not take was you should also always listen to your mama because mama knows best.
Is your mama still with us?
Yes, she is. I have both parents.
I hope she's seeing this and appreciates that.
Oh, she'll laugh.
Okay.
But yeah, mama knows best. Don't spend and invest time in people that wouldn't do it for you.
Narcissists. Avoid narcissists.
Yes.
I need to get a sign made and hang it somewhere. That's just like a circle with a line through it, and it says narcissists.
Right. Energy vampires.
Yeah. There's all kind of
Yes, that's what they are.
phraseology.
They suck the life out of you.
Why do you think that is? That they have to be missing something?
Man, I don't know, but I have given to many an energy vampire in my life.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I feel your pain on that. Are you a Libra?
No, I'm a Pisces.
No. So I don't know nothing about it.
I'm a dreamer.
I don't
they label Pisces as.
I don't. I'm just being silly. I know exactly where you're coming from. I probably know what you're fixing to say, but without naming names,
right?
I mean, 5-minute version, the 2-minute version.
Oh, just spending way too much time and energy into trying to fix people. Because I see value in all people, and sometimes I look at people and I can tell that they don't see the value in themselves.
Right.
So I had a great childhood. If you were to ask me how I grew up and if I had any kind of tragedies or anything that happened in my life, no. Every day I'm so thankful. I hear everyone else's stories, and man, I had that mom that stayed home and baked cookies and read us bedtime stories.
I always wanted a mom like that.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot complain.
But I've got a good mom.
Yeah, my dad went to work. He came home. Supper was on the table. My mom cooked. An excellent cook, I will say.
Oh, yeah? Did you pick any of that up?
I did.
Wow.
I did.
We might have to invite you over more often. Right?
But yeah, it's
so you had the apple pie.
Yes, I had apple pie childhood, and I tried to, I think, share that with the wrong people and make them more like me.
Right.
Hey, I can fix you. Let's spend all this time doing XYZ, and you could have this perfect life as well.
Right. Well, that's kind of what a Christian. You sort of. I mean, you were close.
Mm-hmm.
You just. There's also the balance to that verse. Don't cast your pearls before swine. So.
Right.
So.
Yes. And we grew up in a very religious household. I grew up Catholic.
Oh yeah.
I still am Catholic.
Okay.
We went to church every Sunday, and then if you're from Orange, you know all about Wyatt's Cafeteria. We went to White's Cafeteria every Sunday. And
you knew the cook's name and all the way.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Ron Stevens,
Right.
He was amazing. He'd go around and tell everyone hello. So, and then after that closed down, we went to the country club, which my little nephew always called the Crunchy Club.
Crunchy.
So we started calling it the Crunchy
Crunchy.
Club.
We did that too when the kids came up with their funny words. We adopted them into our language.
I mean, you almost have to.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I spent way too much time and invested in people trying to make them better. And then it was a long, hard lesson to learn that people are where they're at because of their own choices.
There it is. Well, but you learned a valuable lesson.
Don't spend time and energy into energy vampires because all they do is drain you.
Vampire your energy.
They vampire your energy.
Dang, damn vampires. Freaking vampire. Man, I know exactly what you're talking about. Well, so let me ask you this. Did you try more than once to fix a vampire?
No.
Once was
No. I'm a quick study.
There you go. All right. Well, good. You got kids?
I do not. My husband and I, we're late to marry. And we tried, and we have 3 angel babies, but it was not in God's plan for us to have them here on earth. But I tell everyone it's part of my story, and what a glorious day it'll be when I get to see them.
Right. So, angel babies.
Angel babies. Miscarriages.
Okay.
Yeah. Early miscarriages.
I got you. Yeah, we had one of those too.
Mm-hmm.
It's tragic. But it doesn't define you.
No. It is part of my story, and it makes a lot of people uncomfortable to talk about. But I feel that if I talk about it, it makes it more real. And, you know, a lot of people have like a grave or pictures of their loved ones to remember them by. And women that suffer miscarriages, we don't have pictures. We don't have a grave. We can't go and mourn and cry in any one place. So the way I remember my angel babies is to talk about them.
I got you.
I find it comforting.
Did you have names?
No, the only one that we knew the sex was the last one. It was a boy.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I know that you have come out of that a stronger, more intelligent,
yes,
and able to help others with it. And
yes.
That's the whole point. That right there is the point of all this.
Yeah, acceptance of God's will, whether you like it or not, is a tough concept.
Yep.
And it took a while for me to accept that.
Accept it. So what do you do with it now? Now that you've kind of got control of it, what do you do with it?
So after you finally come to terms with everything and you accept it, you grow from it. You use it to be your story, to maybe even reach out to others. Like I said, I freely talk about it, even though it makes others uncomfortable sometimes.
You were sitting, and they were sitting right across the table from you. What would you tell them? Baby girl.
Yeah, I just think a lot of women think it's taboo to talk about. I know that after I have suffered from my first miscarriage, you know, you kind of go back and you're like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, your fault.
It's my fault. What did I do wrong? Did I pick up something that was heavy? Did I strain myself? You know, you try to blame yourself, and I would tell that person, you didn't do anything wrong. This was in your cards. This is God's will.
God's will.
It's God's will.
Don't blame yourself.
And I would also tell those
unless
people,
you were smoking and doing heroin while you were
right. But I would also tell those that are trying to encourage someone or know someone that's had a miscarriage and you don't know what to say. You don't have to say anything, because a lot of times it comes out weird anyway when people try to console you. They're like, oh, well, there was something wrong with the baby probably, and yeah, that's not comforting.
None of it.
None of it. You just want to tell the person, hey, I am so sorry you went through that, and if you need anything, I'm here for you. Okay. And you don't have to relate experiences, and it's not a one-up. It's just a, hey, I'm here if you need to talk. I don't know anything about what you went through, but man, I'm an ear.
I see. So how do all these things lead you into singing, or have you always been singing?
So I haven't always been singing. I've always enjoyed singing. Even from a young age, there was music in the home. We had 2 pianos in one room. My mom sang. She plays many instruments. She sang in college. So music everywhere growing up.
But you didn't latch onto it at the time.
I didn't, because somewhere along the way in junior high, I had a teacher that gave me an F on a solo, which happened to be the national anthem. And when she did that, I thought, okay, I must suck.
You're an F. Somebody
Yeah.
told you were an F, so
Yeah, I got an F. I cannot sing.
right.
So it really, I mean, it just made me think that you can't do this. It must be terrible. So I didn't really sing a whole lot except for at home. And, my mom was always very encouraging and she was like, you really are good. But that kind of goes back to the advice you should also always listen to your mama. Um, I didn't take it for stock because your mom just is encouraging.
She was trying to help you.
Yeah, she's just sitting there telling you something because, I mean, you're her baby. She's
was
just
blowing
telling you.
smoke. She just loves you. Why would she tell you?
Yeah, she's just being encouraging. So I ended up going to Catholic school, switching to Catholic school from public school in fifth grade, mid-year. Had ADD, my grades started falling, needed a smaller classroom, more structure. Started going to St. Mary's in Orange. Didn't have really a music program, but I did have a piano teacher that would come into school, and during, I think it was my lunch, I would take piano lessons once a month. So I did piano for about 3-4 years. Never really embraced that too much either.
But when did it click?
So senior year in high school, went on to Kelly High School in Beaumont. We had a music program for the first time ever. They're known for their academics, not so much the extracurricular stuff. So they started a music program. I signed up for it, and my music teacher told me, "Hey, you're really good." One of the first days, and I was like, "Okay." He said, "No, I'm telling you, like, you're really good." And he said, "I want you to try out for Outreach and Choir." And I was like, "Come on, man." So he
I'm an
gave
F.
me.
Somebody told me I was.
Yeah, I'm an F. I mean, are you kidding me? So he gave me a tape and he said, "What part do you want to be?" And I'm like, "I have no idea. Like, I've not been really singing." So took the tape, decided I wanted to be a soprano one, and tried out and made it. So that was the first time I'd ever been,
An F made it.
yeah, reassured that maybe it wasn't my mama just saying that because I'm her child. So then I went into college and I got a singing scholarship with Lamar Orange Cardinal Moods.
Well, I hope you went back at some point and told that one that gave you the F to F off.
Man, she's not around anymore.
Oh well, we shouldn't be cussing like that.
Yeah, she's not around.
Anyway. So.
She
She didn't know. She missed that one.
yeah, and so teachers, whatever you say to your kids in the classroom, it sticks.
It sticks.
Be careful. Make sure you explain why they got an F.
Don't use pointy words. Use sweet words if you can. Well, so you've been singing since high school then. Yeah, you were, they discovered you singing karaoke. I said that. And now Crossroads Band's got to have you up there,
Yeah, Brian Barron is super sweet. Love him to death. He is an amazing vocalist. The whole group is talented.
What's your favorite song that you sing?
So they only get me up to sing the one song. It's the Lady Gaga Always Remember Us This Way song. And then I'm their ooh girl on the Purple Rain.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because they can't sing that high.
It's a whistling.
Yeah, it's pretty high. So they get me up to sing that. And but I do love Adele. I love to sing some Adele. And but I also like singing the 80s rock stuff, too.
Oh, yeah? Okay. So when you did the karaoke, what were you doing?
Some Heart. Yep. Man, everything. It's a broad spectrum.
Really? That you like and actually can perform?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I even sing a few country songs.
I'm trying to pull out nuggets of wisdom, nuggets of encouragement, nuggets of positivity. How can we do better, next time that you would say that you want on your tombstone about that? What would they say on your tombstone? I know that's kind of out of left field, and it could be a long tombstone. It don't have to just be,
I can tell you what I never.
You can do front and back on the tombstone.
Yeah, I can tell you what I never want someone to say about me. I never want anyone to think that I was ordinary. I think that would be the biggest insult to me.
Okay. Well, what is extraordinary about you then?
I want to be memorable. I don't want someone to meet me for the first time and then I blend into the background. I like wearing loud colors, doing extraordinary things, world traveling. Recently, past 2 years, have gotten to go to 2 different countries. Traveled when I was younger. I went to Italy, so now I've hit Italy, Germany, and Scotland. Hope to do more of that. So maybe world traveler on my tombstone.
I got you.
Yeah, world traveler, friend to all. I like to include all people.
Okay, that's the one I was looking for.
Yeah.
Friend to all. Yeah, the first time I saw you, I met you, you were very friendly and open, and obviously you're showing that right now as well. So, and I appreciate that.
Extreme extrovert.
Oh yeah, extreme extrovert. But you said ADD. How does that work?
Yeah. Well, if we meet once and I forget, we can meet all over again.
And it'd be exactly the same.
And it'll be another
50 first dates, huh?
We can be friends again.
Why can't we be friends? Well, look, I got you something.
Uh-oh, what'd you get?
It's a prize package. Basically, it's a stress ball.
Oh, cool.
Right? The deepening
And chocolate.
and chocolate, and
Go wrong with that.
there's a keychain bottle opener for your Coca-Colas,
Right?
and then
Might open a beer.
occasionally, and then let's see. Inside there's a little flashlight.
That's pretty cool. Thank you.
Baby.
Just thinking about it.
It's just not around. Try yours, see if it'll come on. There's a little piece of paper that's got to come out.
Paint is my favorite color.
Well, it's the deepening. I'm trying to do everything blue. Yeah, take it all the way out. But don't hold it down, hold it up. Yeah. And then that very top battery will pop out. And then there's a piece of tape. I may have taken it out. Pull that top battery out. That one right there. Did you see it? Did you see it?
There went the paper.
Yeah. Hey, look at you. So shine your light at the camera in the middle. See it over there in the corner? There it is. So we're just gonna shine our little lights. Just want everybody to.
I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine all the time.
That's a good one.